guys, and welcome to this week's edition of the Coffee and Heroes Show. Thank you for joining me. As always, I'm going to be taking you through what's new into the store this week. This might be quite a long episode as well, because as well as some new release graphic novels, some restocks of some classic stuff. Yeah, there was a big merchandise order came out this week as well. So tons of new stuff coming into the store this week. Shelves will be restocked, fresh stuff coming in. Plenty of great stuff still here. But yeah, it's always great to show off the new stuff that's come in. And as I say, a big massive merchandise order came in today. So bear with me, this might be quite a long video. So, but yeah, I'll take you through the sort of graphic novels and so forth first of all. So first off, we have the Mighty Marvel Masterworks range now has extended to Daredevil. So again, with the Mighty Marvel Masterworks, they're basically these editions that'll cover maybe the first 10, 11, 12 issues of something right from the start. Full color reprints. And in this case, it's Daredevil 1 to 11. So some great stuff to jump into here. Loads of first appearance villain stuff. You've got the classic direct market cover. So this cover you can only get in comic book stores. There is covers that Frank Cho's always doing. But they'll always be sort of available through Amazon or through, the bookstores, etc. But when it comes to these direct market ones, which are always reproductions of the original covers, they'll always be comic store exclusive. So if you like those ones, get to your friendly neighborhood comic store. Next up, we have Frontiersman, which is sort of like a really sort of environmentally friendly superhero. And this has been a great book so far. I've really enjoyed this. This is going to cover the first 5 issues. And with this one, it's also coming in at that nice image price point. So for a volume 1, that $10 price point, which of course is £9. So, pardon me. But yeah, I think this has been great so far. I've been collecting the single issues for that. We're always continuing with the Epic Collections, as you know, always expanding that section. And this week we have another volume of Thor. And this one is as far as volume 3. It's a story arc called The Wrath of Odin. And this covers 1966 to 1968. So Thor 131 through 153 and the annual number 2 as well. And this is like prime Marvel, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, hook it to our veins. Next up is one of our favourite books, certainly the last couple of years, and it's from the Middle West team of Scotty Young and Jorge Corona. So hitting trade is The Me You Love in the Dark. This was supernatural, gothic, romance, horror, a little bit of everything. Very sort of like a blend of, say, Stephen King and Neil Gaiman, I would say. Brilliant story, 5 issues in total. This is the full collected edition of that. Back in stock, I might have shown this off last week, but sold out straight away. Back in stock, which is good to see. And that's Batman the Imposter 1 to 3 is included in this. So this is the whole kit and caboodle from Mattson Tomlin, Andrea Sorrentino and Jordi Belair on colours as well. Fantastic Batman title, can't say enough good things about that. Next up, the latest Superman hardcover, or Man of Steel hardcover from John Byrne is now out. So this is from John Byrne, Jerry Ordway, Carl Kessel, John Beattie. Let's see what this covers. So this showcases all of those creators, but there's also some stuff in here from Mike Mignola, for example. This covers Action Comics 598 to 600, Superman 16 to 22, Superman Annual, Adventures of Superman issues, and even Doom Patrol as well. And it also includes the character profiles from the Who's Who update in 1988 as well. So again, this is when you had all that great John Byrne stuff. A couple of X titles up next, so the latest volumes again of Excalibur and X-Men. So Excalibur is as far as volume 4, and this is X-Men volume 1. So this is when Jerry Duggan has taken over from Jonathan Hickman in the role. And there was some great stuff in this, Pepe Larraz on art there. For Excalibur, I believe this was Tini Howard's goodbye to Excalibur, with Marcus Toe on art for that. Another big one this week is definitely Firepower, or as far as volume 4, which is subtitled Scorched Earth. So this, of course, is the Robert Kirkman, Chris Somney title. And this covers issues 13 to 18. And again, this is one of the very best comics out there. We try our best to keep all of the volumes on the shelves at all times if you need to catch up. But fantastic storytelling and some of the best art around. Undoubtedly a big one this week is The Nice House on the Lake is hitting trade. So what can we say about the Nice House on the Lake that we haven't already said? James Tynion IV, writing, Alvaro Martinez Bueno drawing, Jordi Belair doing colours. This is to tell you stuff about the Nice House on the Lake if you haven't read it or know about it is to ruin some of it. The first issue of this was a genuine surprise what this story was about. I mean, I read that title, I assumed It was a bunch of strangers turning up to a nice house in the lake, and a slasher film basically ensues, and people get bumped off. It's not like that at all. And as I say, to say any more would be to ruin it, but I ordered tons of this, and this is probably the biggest I've won any graphic novel because it is brilliant, and I have a feeling that's going to be very much in high demand. And then just to finish off, if you're a regular viewer on this, you'll know I always get these in when I can. So we have the Berserk Deluxe editions. So I've pre-ordered the first 8 of these, so they basically get sent to me when they arrive with the suppliers. And once again, we've got Volume 1 in stock, and this week we've got Volume 2 in stock as well. So I'm not even joking when I say these tend to sell the second I put them on the racks. I don't think they've lasted more than a day before. Just in really high demand, beautiful leather editions. And again, this is it from the very, very start. So that is Berserk. But again, I have loads of merch to show off here. I'm actually surrounded by both left and right, or right and left, depending on how you're looking at it. But just to show you some of the things anyway. So first of all, from the Kenner range, we've started getting in some of these classic Marvel figures. We've covered a wide range with the characters that we've got in. So again, this is old school stuff, as I say, Kenner. So you've got Storm, first of all. Next up, you've got the classic Marvel Loki, obviously from the Mighty Thor. Looks a little bit different to how you might see Tom Hiddleston these days. Next up, we have US Agent. So again, we're going into the world of Captain America here. Separate shield in there as well, which is nicely rattling about. We have Invincible Iron Man, but this is in the stealth armor as opposed to the traditional red and gold you're used to seeing Iron Man in. Next up, easily my favorite one, Silver Surfer, separate surfboard with it as well. They all come with these beautiful sort of cardstock backings. The figures themselves are roughly about 10 centimeters tall, and then you always get a little character profile on the back, and if you do cut them out, you also get the equivalent of a trading card there as well. Next up, we have Symbiote Spider-Man, so sure to go quickly, as any Spidey stuff in figures tends to. As well as Symbiote Spidey, we also have traditional Spidey as well. So yeah, they're uber detailed. I mean, you look very closely, you can see all the individual webs. As I say, 10 centimeters tall, really good quality figures. And yeah, they're sort of done in this Marvel Legends range, if you will. So just set those to the side. Next up is, again, I've been getting some of these Marvel Legends cardstock ones in as well. These are slightly bigger figures. And I started off with Scarlet Witch this week. So I got Captain America in last week. I've pre-ordered Winter Soldier, I've pre-ordered a few others. But Scarlet Witch is a character very much in demand. We get asked about her all the time. And these are really, really beautiful little figures. They come with different accessories as well, so you can, for how she's essentially casting her spells and so forth. But same again, you get this lovely sort of little blurb on the back, little character case study. And then same again, it's always from a specific run in terms of how the costume, what it is referencing. So in this case, the West Coast Avengers. A big one this week. We have Mandalorian and the Child. And again, anytime Mandalorian and the Child comes in, they tend to sell out. If you can still see me behind here. This is a big bad boy here. This is Kotobukiya. And this is beautiful. You can see what's good about this is you actually get quite a lot of detail to it. Sometimes with the packaging, they don't give away a lot, which can be really frustrating from a store point of view, because we always want to keep them in the box, because that way people know they're brand new. They haven't been tampered or handled by anybody else. So yeah, it's a big one, this. But yeah, you have that classic Mandalorian pose, and then you have the Child sort of poking his little head out there just in behind. What else have we got? I managed to get some of these back in stock, which is Red Hood. These animated figures have sold very, very well. These are the Batman Adventures Continue range, of course. Discontinued now, but we managed to get a few more of the Red Hood one. Red Hood was the first one to sell out last time we got a stock of the animated stuff, so it's good to get them back in. I've got a few of those back in stock. Also got a lot in from the DC Direct range. Again, another defunct range, so some of these might prove a little trickier to get as time goes on. So first of all, we have Nightwing. This has been designed based on the Jim Lee version of the character. And again, these boxes are always great because you get a close-up first of all to show you some of the detail, but then you also get to look at the side to see what the entire sculpt looks like as well. So measures approximately 7.5 inches high. So this is the DC Direct stuff straight from the source, as they say. But they don't actually make DC Direct stuff anymore since McFarlane bought over all the licenses. But that hasn't stopped me from getting loads of them in. So next up you have, is the DC direct from the source, Harley Quinn. This was a design based from Steve Pugh. It's got very much a sort of classic clown look to certainly the top half. A bit more casual jeans to the bottom half, I would say. But of course, it's being Harley. She's carrying her trusty bat as well. Another thing I love about these ones is you can actually see the Harley Quinn logo there as the base for this. So same again, this one's about 7 inches tall. So similar sort of size range to what the Nightwing one is. Another Harley one for you now, but this one is GM March. This is Harley in an outfit that looks very similar to a Robin outfit. Of course, in this case, she's carrying her trusty mallet. So again, this one is based on the artwork of GM March, who of course is a big Joker artist at the moment. Again, you're talking another 7-inch high one, and again, another really cool base to that with the Harley Quinn logo in there. What else have we got? We got Rebirth Batman back in stock, the DC Direct action figures as well. Comes with separate Batarang, of course, loads of points of articulation, and a really good sort of background material there as well. Talking about the other ones in this collection. This came out in the same collection as Nightwing New 52, Flash Speed Force, and The Return of Superman, which is the black suit Superman as well. Next up, we have DC CoverGirl's Supergirl. This is based on the design of Frank Cho. So we're starting to get into a slightly bigger realm of the statues. So with this one, this is approximately 12 inches high. So this is roughly 1:6 scale. What's cool about this is you can see Supergirl is actually floating. So there's a stand there just to give that illusion. But again, you look at the front, you can see the uber detail that goes into this, you know, the individual eyelashes, the individual teeth, you know, these are all handcrafted. You know, so much effort goes into them as well. And again, this is based on the Frank Cho classic look for Supergirl. Next up, we have, yes, believe it or not, I got an Iron Man thing in. So this is from the Infinity Saga. This is the Iron Man Nano Gauntlet with individual Infinity Stones in there, or Infinity Gems if you're a comic fan. And again, it can be manipulated to create the snap as well. So yeah, this is from Hasbro. And again, this is sort of full scale into the bargain as well. Lights, authentic sounds, all sorts, you know, obviously coming from the MCU. Got 3 more to show you. Further away from me, of course. Next up, we have another DC direct from the source. This is the Batman by Greg Capules. This, of course, is from Dark Knight's metal design. This was on the Midnight variant, which had Batman with an axe in both hands. Bloodied Batman, battle-torn armor, and again, based on the Greg Capullo artwork from metal. And I may have ordered a couple of those in because I wanted one myself. Don't tell anybody. Another one that I got in before but sold out really quickly, and it's not hard to understand why. This is the Catwoman Joelle Jones one. This is based, of course, on the infamous Catwoman dress for the wedding that was supposed to take place in Batman 50. So this is the original design Joelle Jones did for the dress, the mixture of the black and the white. This is a beautiful statue. It's one that I have myself. When I ordered it in before, it looked like it was going to be one of those ones that was going to be out of print, so to speak, forever. But I was so happy to be able to get another one of these in because these are some of the nicest statues you'll ever see. And of course, being a big Batman Catwoman fan, I had to get it. Last one, so I don't have to bend over anymore. And again, it's another Harley Quinn, but again, it's a larger scale. So this is Harley Quinn based on the Frank Cho artwork. So this is probably the nicest Harley statue of them all. It's Harley in a very sort of classic, almost animated series costume. You've got the mallet behind with the surprise writing on it. You've got the twin themed sort of colors that you have maybe from the Margot Robbie designs. This one sort of encapsulates the best of Harley from so many different designs and puts it all into one by Frank Cho. And again, you look at the front of the box and you see the detail, you see the eyeshadow, you see the nostril. Like, so much detail goes into these. So it's always great to see them shown on the boxes as well. So yeah, quite a lot came in this week, to say the least. And all of this will be going out into the store tomorrow. Recording this on the Tuesday as always. This will be all going out for sale on the Wednesday, which is the new comic book day this week, the 2nd of March. So anyway, as ever, hope you guys enjoyed this. As ever, if anything, you know, catches your eye, you want to get in touch, ask information, whatever, just drop us a line. You know where we are. So, but I'll hopefully see you guys in store at some point during the rest of the week. Hope you're staying safe out there, and as always, take it easy.